Yeah.
Work, 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 work. You work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, 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 dirt. Cause I'm about that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, in the cafe,
It's just entertainment purpose. It's not. It's just entertainment purpose. It's not.
No. In the case of anybody.
This is just entertainment purpose. It's not.
Hi hotties, kettles, tea stirs. All commentary is alleged and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. So I have another unfulfilling video for you all in regards to Mel and Mr. Things of That Nature court case. And it does not make me feel too good at all, even though I know Mel got this. And after y'all watch this video, head over to Make It Make Sense so you can catch all of this information in depth, because you guys know I chopped and screwed a little bit of the important parts of the information and I did leave a few parts out, so you guys can catch the rest of it over there from where this tea originated. With that being said, Martell is a disgusting, disturbing person. You guys know how I like to start these videos off. We gotta call his character for what it really is. And I want y'all to know something. Martell is a narcissistic allegedly. And to the haters that keep alleging that Mel is lying and Mel is being difficult, I want y'all to hear exactly what this narcissistic is asking of Melody Holt from this court case. Because when I heard it, it was so disgusting and downright nasty. I couldn't believe it. I also couldn't believe the judge's opinion on Mel, considering all of the things that is going on. I can't believe it. I really can't, but I'm not surprised. The court will drain the both of them of their money as long as they are willing to take it this far. And not even they. As long as Martell is willing to drag it to hell, they are going to drain them for every resources or every piece of resource that they have in order to fulfill the government's pocket, because at the end of the day, somebody got to get paid. And that is what I take from this information that I received. And before one of you trolls get in my comments and say, you need to calm down, you and other people's business. Once you hear this shit, if you're not emotional about the stuff that is being reported that this man want from this woman that he cheated on for 5+ years and had a baby on her while publicly shaming and embarrassing her and her children, once you hear what he wants from her, it's like, why won't you just leave her alone? Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Like, somebody call Mel up. Tell her I got the new verse to her song, because like, what is this? We need to do hashtag leave Mel alone, hashtag fire her a hashtag Carlos supports a allegedly and in my opinion, because that's the only thing that I take from this, y'all. And yes, this really pissed me off. This will piss any woman off. Let's get into this video, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that post notification bell so you are up to date each and every time that I upload. And for the haters that's in the background watching my content but won't subscribe but keep coming back, I'm praying for you. Okay, y'all. So, unfortunately, it seems as though, and this is not unfortunately, I'm going to be real with y'all. When I heard this report, I felt like the judge said that Martell was moving in a positive direction in the best interest for the children, because he is doing his court-ordered psychiatric evaluation allegedly, and he is willing to contact Mel, and he is willing to I guess give all his whereabouts when he's with the children allegedly. That's what I'm going to assume. So peep this, you guys, and I'm going to leave the video or clips of the video confirming what I am talking about. So the judge wrote in their court paperwork that both parents have shown an inability to co-parent and have displayed an inability to obey the court's orders. while they've sanctioned Martell a few times, which could mean, well, we already know, but because Mel had said it, that they were waiting on him to turn in his paperwork. So that is probably what why they sanctioned him, because he wasn't turning in his paperwork. They were also saying that both parents have been less than genuine and only have been forthcoming about testimonies that's in their favor. So I would assume Martell is probably asking questions like, oh, have you ever hit me? Mel probably is like, oh, I don't recall. And Mel is probably asking, have you ever brought this side chick into my home or around my children? Martell is probably like, oh, I don't recall. So that's what that is, probably. And that's kind of what Make It Make Sense stated as well. Well, not in those terms, but, you know, they're just basically not being forthcoming and saying, I don't recall, to certain questions. However, the judge slams Melody for not giving Martell her number for months at a time, which she also admitted to us and the court, while she also gave Martell some praises for his positive strides. And again, like I said, it's because he's willing to contact Melody where she's not willing to contact him. The judge is basically saying Mel is not co-parenting because she is not contacting or talking to Martell, or she is not allowing Martell to have access to her, which is something that you have to do when you're dealing with a narcissistic abuser. You have to cut all ties with him. And it's so unfortunate, but this is what happens when women try to play with narcissistic abuse, or when women try to be fair to narcissistic abuse. They literally drain you. They take you there. They pull everything out of you to make you display yourself to be an angry, nasty, wicked person, when in actuality, you've been dealing with a villain for majority of your marriage, basically, allegedly. So they have a way of making themselves appear like these charming, good guys. Martell is also a Capricorn, y'all. Like, y'all Google it. Majority of the serial killers that we have here in the United States are Capricorns, okay? Okay. Google that, all right? I'm going to stand on that because I Googled it. Majority of the serial killers are Capricorns. Most people that are narcissistic are Capricorns. Why do I know that? Because I Googled it. Y'all want to do what? Go Google it. For anybody that's into zodiacs, definitely do some research on Mr. Things of That Nature zodiacs, because I have firsthand experience with Capricorn men, and they are top tier, the worst type of men you can ever be involved with. That's my opinion from my experiences. Let's get into this clip that Make It Make Sense dropped on his YouTube channel. And I do want to give all the women that have dealt with the narcissistic abuser, or dealt with an abuser, or have gone through a heavy court battle when it comes to your children, this is a trigger warning. This is a trigger warning, especially toward the end. When you guys hear what Martell is asking of Melody, in my opinion, it was very triggering to me. So I want to give y'all the heads up and let y'all know that it is a trigger warning. And it's going to trigger you because you get to see how narcissistic abuse get to bully and abuse women even after they leave them. And I think it's so sad and it's unfortunate, but this is one of the things that we have to learn from. We cannot continue to protect narcissistic abuse that have especially gone out of their way to bully, harass, demean, threaten, and harm you. We have to do better as women. We have to come together as women. We have to protect ourselves as Black women, especially because we go so unprotected, and so many people are willing to deal with these type of narcissistic abuse, because we have a heavy number of dads that are lacked in our community, or we are lacking a big number of dads in our community. So people are willing to teach women to deal with and go through anything with these men because they are willing to be in your children's life, when in actuality, they want to be close to you to hurt you in any which way that they can. And my heart goes out to Melody, y'all. If this is true, I want y'all to really pray for her. This is very sad. It's disheartening. And I think that we should be able to do better as women and come together and speak more, which we have to speak up more. We do not want to see a narcissistic on TV. This is not okay. And we have proof as to how controlling and abusive he can be. And if the questions at the end of this video does not make you guys or put you guys in a different mind space when it comes to who you think Martell is, then I don't know what will. And I hope and pray that you receive a man just like him. So y'all stop wishing this type of disease on Mel, and pray that Slaw and Shari, since she's standing 10 toes down and doubling down on his good character as a man, let's just hope that Slarion or Shari or even one of the pick-me's that are always in his comments and always in my comments and other bloggers' comments trying to get us to have empathy and sympathy for a coward like him that is also a dangerous narcissistic bully. Let's just pray that those women can get a man like him and keep a man like him and love a man like him, so him or any other man ever have to deal with the peace and happiness of women like us. So y'all get into this video. I may or may not stop. I don't know. But y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And hit that post notification bell so you are up to date each and every time that I upload.
Since the inception of the current litigation, both parents at various times have demonstrated to the court an inability to co-parent and have displayed an inability to follow the court's orders. So they're getting on both of them. This court has had to address this behavior through staunch admonishments in open court to both parents as well as the court's orders. So they're getting on both of them. This court has had to address this behavior through staunch admonishments in open court to both parents as well as the entry of sanction orders against the father. In the current trial, the court has found the testimony of both parents to be less than genuine. Each parent can only recall testimony in their favor, but are evasive in other respects. Regardless of the frankness of their testimony, the court acknowledges that the father has made positive strides and is placing his children's best interest first. So the judge is actually praising Martell and goes on to say, however, the court cannot find the same for the mother. In this late stage of litigation, the mother has continued to demonstrate to this court an inability to co-parent. She has blocked the father from her previous cell phone on multiple occasions and by her own admission blocked him for periods in excess of a month. The kids are not allowed to film. The minor children shall not participate or be filmed for television or any other social media platform without leave of court or until the children reach the age of maturity. So he's asking the court to ask her all of these very intrusive questions. What are the names and addresses for all business, social, and charitable meetings, events, and other face-to-face contacts during your time of custodial care of the minor children? What banking institutions, credit card companies, gas companies, credit unions, or software applications, including but not limited to Bitcoin, PayPal, and Cash App, have you held accounts in, either individually or through a legal entity, since the date of your divorce from the defendant? Why does he need to know where all of her money is? The nature and kind of business interest in which you were involved with. This is after the divorce. Have you ever struck, slapped, kicked, or used any type of physical force against the defendant or any of your children? Have you ever threatened to strike, slap, kick, or harm the defendant or any of your children or family members? Have you ever been arrested? Wouldn't you know if she's been arrested? To me, some of these questions, are you trying to, embarrass her? See these questions coming from his side. I don't see these questions coming from her side. How many times did you meet a person for romantic or reasons during your custodial times with your minor children since the divorce from the defendant? Why is she required to tell him in the court system who she's messed with? What social media platforms, including apps for phones or other mobile devices and computers, have you had an account since your divorce from the defendant? What is your username and passwords to all social media platforms listed?
Yeah.
It's just entertainment purpose only. It's not. It's entertainment purpose only. It's not.
In the case of anybody.
This is just entertainment purpose only. It's not.